Testing the audio.
Yeah, I've tested the audio.
You have tested the audio.
Mate,
Meh.
we're starting like this. Kyle, how we doing?
No. Oh. We do good. We do good.
Just had me haircut.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just happy. No one gives a shit, mate. Just had. We
Just had me
we didn't
haircut.
have a chance. We didn't have a chance to sit down and watch Fallout when it came out because we both work, unfortunately, and we've decided we're just going to wait and watch it Sunday. But you know, I'm happy that it's good. That's how I'm doing.
That's how you doing.
Yeah, I am disappointed though that we didn't get a trailer for Deadpool Wolverine.
No, but we got some exciting stuff happening in that panel.
Yeah.
Which we're going to talk about today.
Am I laggy? Because I look laggy on my screen.
No, you look pretty good to me, actually.
I'm going to check and make sure. I'm going to check and make sure nothing's downloading on the Steam.
Oh,
that seems to always be the one to fuck me up. Yeah.
You're not downloading Dating Hitler again, are
you? Yeah, they brought a second one out.
They have. There's two of them.
Fucking hell, man. Yeah, I'm just really laggy on my end, so as long as it's okay.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Okay, it just looks really like I'm running at 5 FPS at the moment. I'm in a Spider-Verse film.
Hell yeah.
Also, before we obviously get into the topics, did you see I don't know if it's real, but it looked pretty fucking real, the apparent test footage for Batman Beyond?
No.
It's literally like a 30-second clip. It's just him like diving and flying, but it's very into the Spider-Verse.
Send me it after the show. We'll
yeah, we'll have a look at it.
We'll have a look. Yeah, you Indeed. Fucking alcoholic. Save the drinking for tomorrow, Kyle.
It's just a little one. I'm having soup tonight. I'm being a good boy.
I'm having a soup.
I'm having a soup. Yeah, there's not what else I can think of. Donnie Clarence episode is out as well.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, alright, yeah. Nice. Okay.
Great start. Right.
Great start. So yeah, it's been CinemaCon. I thought we'd have more news this week. There's been news, but it's more it's just been like little announcements here and there. Note that me and Kyle were really be that interested in. This was the panel.
There was more news about gaming.
Yeah.
For once than there was about films. I know there's like films has always had something to talk about, but games just absolutely did this weekend, especially with CinemaCon.
Well, it was the Disney panel yesterday. We're in a weird time zone for it, so we kind of get all the news when we wake up in the morning.
Well, I mean, I was up all night. Not up all night, but I was up quite late. I was playing Conan. So I was just checking every 30 minutes.
Yeah. But the panel we were waiting for was Disney. Because obviously on Star Wars, Marvel Studios. And me and Kyle are waiting for Disney to pay our bills. So, what's so funny, Kyle?
No, I'm just smiling. I'm just happy.
So yeah, it was the Paramount and Disney panel today. And do you know what? I thought we'd be talking more about the Disney one. But we're going to start with two Paramount topics anyway. Paramount are doing... This is going to be produced by Walter Hamad, who used to run DC, like back when it was the DCU, but he like inherited it and tried putting it on the right track. He started adding films like Shazam and Joker to DC. So that's who we're dealing with here. We're getting a last Ronin Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film.
Are we getting it, or is this just in the air?
No, this is official. Live action, R-rated. Now, I think we can both say we're not big turtle guys.
No, we haven't seen the animated film that came out recently. It's on our list of really want to see it, but there's just so much in the cinemas coming out.
This is based on a badass comic which I've heard nothing but fucking good things about.
Well. The first thing I heard of when it came to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I watched them as a kid.
Yeah, oh
And
yeah.
then as I grew up, I kind of just moved away from them. Like, I watched the Michael Bay, the first one. It was a
Haven't
stupid
seen
film.
any of the Michael Bay Turtles films.
I'll say this, for at least I think the first one. I think it was the first one I saw. It might have been the second one. I don't know, but I
Sorry, just
watched
nearly
one of
knocked all
them.
my
And
keyboards over.
I watched one of them, and oh my god, it was actually really fun. Like, it wasn't that type of really annoying Michael Bay type of film. It was actually a fun Michael Bay film, kind of like Transformers 1, but I don't know, a bit more fun in a sense. I still think Transformers 1 is better, but this just had a bit more of the fun action and the turtles and stuff. Yeah, they all look fucking weird, and in some light it's a bit but it looks pretty good. But I know that when it came to The Last Ronin, the first thing I heard about it was that we were getting a Last Ronin game.
We are, as well. We are getting
Yeah.
a Last Ronin game. Do you know the premise for this?
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
But
Right,
it sounds cool.
I'm not going to spoil it for you entirely. Because I'll describe it like this. The comic run starts out, 3 out of the 4 turtles are dead. And,
I know of that, yeah.
and at the beginning of the run, you don't even know which turtle's still alive because he uses all the weapons of, all of them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I bet it's Mikey.
This is gritty, hard R rated shit. I think this could be the Turtles equivalent to like a Logan when it just like completely switched heel. Because when Logan came out, it was like we got Logan off the success of Deadpool. There's like, all right, we can do an R-rated Wolverine film, but make it a little bit different. This will be the Turtles equivalent. I think Turtle fans, let us know in the comments because I'm holding my hands up right now. I'm not a big Turtle guy, but from what I've heard about this, I am very interested and somewhat excited for this film.
I think, yeah, I'm interested to see this film. The concern I have is showing the turtle, like, the dude, because obviously in the Michael Bay films it was fine. At least when they had the bandanas on, there's like a scene where Mikey takes his off, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's like Sonic level shit.
What the fuck even is that?
Yeah, and obviously you had the original, the old original live action films that came out years and years ago, and they looked okay. You can tell they were just in big rubber suits, kind of thing.
Yeah, the second one's Secret of the Splooge. I mean, ooze.
I think the best format for Turtles, though, honestly, I think it's probably for animation. They really suit that, especially obviously with the film that's come out, the animated film that came out recently. I've not seen it. I know you haven't seen it, but the trailers look really good, and I've heard nothing great things about it. So I'm really, that's the thing. I'm a bit like, right, they really need to nail that.
I think they can do a good live action one, and the Turtles I think looked
weird. Look goofy.
The Turtles looked weird in the Michael Bay one because I think he tried to make them look a bit too realistic. I think if they stick with that classic look for the Turtles, but translate it and make it look good. Like, who would have ever thought you could have had Thanos on screen? Looking badass.
Here's the thing, though. Like, Thanos in the comics, he's quite humanoid compared to...
Yeah, no, he is, but they took like the features of him and maybe toned them down a little bit, but kept what the design was. The Michael Bay ones, they kind of just made them look like overgrown turtles, which is what they are. And he wanted to make it look more realistic, but I think we're in a time where we're movie fans where we can have that suspense of disbelief and go, yeah, no, that's fine. That's cool if that looks like that. Not everything has to look realistic. I really think they could do a good job with this, and you never know, it could be a mix of practical and CGI. Because you look at that, that costume, it's a lot of clothes. You just don't know.
We'll see. I mean, that's the thing that they really need to nail down and put the research in.
We'll go through these topics and rate them by excitement from what we're hearing about them. Big thumbs up, medium thumbs up, or thumbs down?
Sent a fucking gladiator pit. Yeah, no.
There it is.
Absolutely, thumbs up. I'm down for this.
This is a fun concept.
And it's not because it's R-rated. Don't get me wrong. It's like you
No,
could have made
R-rated
this
doesn't
film.
mean good. R-rated doesn't mean good. I think we can both stand by that.
It's interesting that they, they're not even doing like the full Turtles thing. They're just doing this great story, which again we don't know anything much about it, but we've heard it's pretty good. Well, it's good we're getting an adaptation for it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm actually really excited for this. Until I hear more, like, I don't know, maybe say Tommy Wiseau's going to direct it. In fact, you know what? That'd excite me even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop beating the Turtles, Mark.
Jesus.
Anyway, let's get on to our next one. And this one, I was a little bit... it's official. We're getting Transformers and G.I. Joe in the same film. I can say this with 100% confidence. I didn't see the last G.I. Joe film in cinema, which was Snake Eyes, which I was really excited about. I was like, I'm going to go see Snake Eyes. And then
just before it sort of before we were hoping to see it, it got really bad reviews.
Yeah, and this was back when it was like COVID, and you had to be really picky about what we were going out and seeing, because it was like, well, we got I'm pretty sure Shang-Chi were coming out in a couple of weeks, and it's like, well, I don't want to go out and see that if it's bad, and then maybe get COVID, test positive, and then not be able to go see Shang-Chi in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So and we did see the last Transformers film. Well, I didn't. I think you did. Did you?
I've no. I've obviously I've seen Bumblebee, which is it's not amazing by any means, but it's pretty fucking good in the sense of like it's, for me at least, the first Transformers film I think is a great fun time. It's a great film. It's not perfect by any means. Bumblebee just sort of one-ups that. By I won't say like a massive amount, but definitely a significant amount. So I think we've only ever really had two actual good Transformers movies. The third one's okay. It's depending on who you speak to, but I've heard for Rise of the Beasts. I've even heard from people I've spoken to. It's just like it's not that great. And the thing that really bugged me was just like it was such a small thing, but it were like. In Bumblebee, it's not really spoilers, but they're on Cybertron. Optimus Prime literally just has his mask up. Classic G1. It looks awesome. And then for some reason, they give him his mouth back. And again, it's such a small thing, but it just got really like, I was like, do you know what? This is a cash grab now. Because they didn't stick through with that original direction in what they seem to be going with.
Up in the first one. I've seen that scene on Cybertron many times, actually. Like, I've watched it. It's like, oh, cool. This is a film, though, where it's like...
do you remember when, not too long ago, the Fast and Furious was supposed to collab with Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park, and I think my favourite one that I ever heard about franchise crossover was, I say it all the time, Men in Black and 21 Jump Street. MIB 23 should have happened. MIB 23 would have been fantastic. I don't care. I love the first two Jump Street films. I think they're hilarious. It came out right time for like us, especially being so young when they came out.
I didn't watch it till a little bit later on, though. To be honest, I watched them films quite late. But
all right.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you wanted to see where the "My Name Jeff" meme come from.
Well, kind of. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Do you know what this kind of speaks to me? Is that these two franchises...
Out of all the crossovers, this is probably the least one I wanted.
Well, yeah, this is what this says to me, is these two franchises now are kind of at the end of the tether. It's like, right, we'll do this one thing to try and breathe some energy into them both. And then maybe let's start from scratch again. Because even when we got Bumblebee, it was still kind of a play on the Michael Bay Transformers that were set up. And,
Yeah, I remember when, just before Rise of the Beast came out, I think it was just confirmed that Bumblebee is not connected to the Michael Bay films. When it's like, you watch Bumblebee and it's like, this is it's like all the things are there. Like you see him get the Camaro at the end,
Yeah.
and he drives off with Optimus, but it's like Optimus wasn't on Earth at that time, and Bumblebee was on Earth way before he arrived in this film. So it's like it's really confusing.
Yeah, didn't he like fight in like Nazi Germany or something like that in like one of them?
I always thought the funniest things were in the Michael Bay films, at least. Right? It's pure lazy storytelling. Because at the start, I'm not even kidding. At the start of every one of these fucking films, the Michael Bay films, before time began, thousands of years ago.
Let's retcon the last film.
Before Decepticons and Autobots were a thing, or before the Great War, or some bollocks like that. They always had this something.
Before we got down to part that eat your ear.
They just kept going back further and further in the films. Like it, I get they want to have like a bit of history significance and like have that have a bit of an impact, but it was like that was the only thing that they could use to help tie in the Transformers and the humans together. And it was a really lazy tactic to do because they just kept doing it over and over again. And they retconned loads of different things, like, even in the first three films, there was loads of retcons. But, yeah, it's.
Yeah. They seem to can't be able to stay on a path. But do you think a Transformers G.I. Joe would be successful at the box office? Do you think it's going to bring some new eyes? This is, if we're talking in terms of excitement, I'm definitely here for this. But show me something good. I want this film to be good. I think, we have the same motto all the time. We want every film to be good. Because if every film's good...
I'm at this for it, to be honest.
If every film's good, we've got more good films to watch. And that's what we want.
Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of G.I. Joe. I don't even know really what it is.
I used to love the first live-action film when I was younger. I used to watch that all the time.
I watched it even when I was younger, and I got quite bored of it. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
I just always liked Snake Eyes. I thought, he's a cool character, man. So cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think this film needs to happen. I feel like they shouldn't have done Rise of the Beasts. They should have just had a nice build-up with, the characters and things like that. But they kind of just said, look, there's a load of Transformers here, and then we're doing the Beasts, and then there's a bunch of other random shite going on in the film. I've just heard that
the Master Beaters.
I've just heard there's loads of characters in that film, and I don't know, fucking Bumblebee gets killed or some shit. It's like it's on the. I think it's probably just a little bit better than the Michael Bay films from what I've heard.
Fucking hell, Kyle, cheer up, mate. It sounds like you're about to do an in memoriam for O.J. Simpson.
What the fuck's an O.J. Simpson?
Good, that's our next topic. No, it's not. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not. Should we get on to our next topic, though?
Yeah.
Yep. Right. This one very excited me. Kevin Feige's on stage doing his thing. I've watched the presentation. Obviously, I didn't get to see the footage that was shown, but I've watched the presentation that Kevin Feige did. Master on stage, as always. Kevin Feige, we love you. You can kind of tell he's got his... You can kind of tell he's really got his power back. And I'm not saying people who don't know what's been going on behind the scenes at Disney is Kevin Feige lost a lot of his creative power when Bob Chapek was CEO and put different people in charge of different things. You can really tell Kevin Feige's back in his groove now and he's happy to be on stage and he's confident with what he's selling us. I think they saw about 7 minutes of Brave New World at CinemaCon. But the first thing Kevin Feige said when he got on stage is, we did a film nearly 10 years ago to the date today called Captain America the Winter Soldier. Everyone started cheering, woo! And then there was and that introduced us to Sam Wilson as Sam Wilson, and now he's going to be starring in his own film as Captain America. And, he kind of compares Brave New World to Winter Soldier. He says, I think what people love about that film is it's grounded. There's no aliens. There's no time travel. It's a political thriller. And he says, that's what Brave New World is. Now, obviously that's just the buzzword to try to get idiots like me to talk about it. But
I still think the title's stupid.
the title is stupid. But
I mean, if the film's good, I'll probably end up loving the title, but for now, man, I mean...
BMW!
Sounds like quite cheesy.
Yeah, it does sound a bit cheesy, but I'm not going to get my hopes up too much. But even if this film can come to a fraction of the greatness of what Captain America the Winter Soldier is, the greatest comic book film of all time, I may add, I'll be very happy. Do you think he's looked at that, especially with the reshoots that they're going into? Do you think they're definitely going to try and hit that Winter Soldier mark on this?
I think they'll hit the vibe of it. Will they hit it critically? It's another thing. You know, it might just be a case of, you know, just because of obviously the reshoots. I think because of that, it's bunged this film down a little bit. I still think it has the chance to be on par, but I really don't think it could be better than Winter Soldier.
No, it's such a high bar.
Yeah, but I think it could have definitely hit it and surpassed it, but because of all the reshoots and things, it doesn't shout confidence.
Yeah.
So I think it'll probably be on par with it, to be honest.
At
the best case scenario.
Which, if it's on par with Winter Soldier, that's a spectacular fucking achievement. But I'm not expecting it to be. I'm not, expecting it to be as great. I'm not even expecting this to be in my top 10 MCU films, because there's that many now. And I'm looking at my top 10 right now, MCU films, and that's going to be fucking hard to break into for any film. But when you've seen things like Winter Soldier, they're comparing it to Winter Soldier, it does get me excited, because even if they can just get the vibe right, and it's like, no, this is another political thriller, which it looks like, the footage has been, I've heard people talking about the footage that they're shown. I'm not going to get into spoilers. Well, it's not spoilers because this is stuff they've shown there and people are talking about it. Sam goes to meet with Thunderbolt Ross, who is now the president, which we've been speculating for months anyway. He's the president, President Ross, and he says to him, I know me and you haven't seen eye to eye all the time, but I need you to help me re-establish the Avengers, or something along them lines. So, I think that's going to be near the beginning of the film, and that's why we're going to get the Thunderbolts. Because by the end, he probably won't re-establish the Avengers with him. He'll be like, no, the Avengers are all to do with you. You cunt, Thunderbolt Ross, which is obviously played by Harrison Ford, and the address, obviously the change in cast, they've had to do a recast because William Hurt passed away, and he says, he had to shave the mustache. So Harrison Ford will have a mustache in this as Thunderbolt Ross. They want him to restart the Avengers. I don't think he will. No multiverse in this. But one thing Thunderbolt Ross says to him right at the end of the footage apparently is, he says, "You're not Steve Rogers." Which is, yes, he's not Steve Rogers. You know me. If you watch the channel, you know I like Sam Wilson as Captain America. I don't think we've seen enough yet, but I think it's the perfect... I always wanted Bucky to be Captain America, but because that
metal arm and metal shield combo would have been badass.
It would. Yeah. And I've seen some concepts out the other day of Bucky as Captain America. Pretty fucking cool. Because
I think there it looks cool, but in the long run it doesn't help, because Bucky has got such a bad past.
Yeah.
So I don't think it really would have made sense.
When you're younger, you don't want things to change. And to me, the way I saw the least amount of change was passing the shield to Bucky. But when you get older, You want new things, and giving Sam the shield was possibly the best thing they could have done, because it makes it interesting. He doesn't have superpowers. He's got to rely on this suit, but he can fly. He's got the wings. So it does make it very interesting. You see a ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. And going off the Sam Wilson is not Steve Rogers, I really want them to hammer that home in this, and I want him to be his own person. You with us?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, right. you keep going.
Yeah, Zara's just coming.
Just punch her in the throat, mate. So
Give me another beer.
But yeah, Captain America, Brave New World, away.
For the reshoots, yeah.
Yeah, because look, they're going in and reshooting this, but that's I think
You know.
what.
I can tell you love Captain America. I swear, every time we do talk about it, you've always got some extra to say with it.
Because I love Captain America.
I know, it's alright.
Listen, mate, when you want to talk about fucking Spider-Man, right, I'll let you go. It's like, give me Spider-Man.
We get it. You've got a Captain America pillow.
Yeah, I do. Shall I get all my Captain America hot toys out? There's a good time to do it now, actually.
No, just...
Well, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4.
We get it. We get it. You love Captain America.
All right. So yeah, I'm a big thumbs up for Captain America. Yay me!
Do you know what I should have done? I wish I had my actual Captain America shield with me, and I'd be like, not as big as me, and just show the big metal shield. I actually have 2 of them.
So anyway, with Captain America Brave New... No, I'm kidding. We're going to move on to our next topic because Kyle clearly wants us to. And I can't talk about Captain America anymore. I wonder how many times I've said Captain America in this episode.
Don't say it again, please. I'm going to be dreaming about it.
I always dream about Captain America. That is...
Oh, I don't want to join you in the dream.
You're already there, mate.
Okay.
Captain America. Right, let's get to the next topic. Deadpool and Wolverine. Kyle, Kevin Feige said fuck 3 times. On stage at CinemaCon, he said, this film is fucking awesome. And then he continued to say fuck multiple times. Obviously, we're talking about working with Ryan, and, he talks about the first film he worked on, which was X-Men with Hugh. And he says, all these years later, he now gets to work with Hugh Jackman again. And the vibe we're getting from the footage that was shown, a lot of people... I'm not going to talk so much about what was in it. I just want to talk about the vibe. We've been quite scared since Deadpool went to Disney, that they're going to Disney Deadpool. And then we got the first trailer.
Yeah, not in a sense... No, can I just say, not in the sense of... Disney-fying it I mean, like, taking away its R rating, taking away the sort of crudeness, the things that make kind of Deadpool. Yeah. You can do that, but you can only really do that in small chunks. Like, say, if they were to do that and not let Deadpool be R rated, he'd be able to, like, pop up in a Spider-Man film for a quick cameo. That's the most that you could do without the R rating.
I think the funniest thing you can do with Deadpool, if you put him in other films, like an Avengers or a Spider-Man, is they're allowed one F-bomb in a PG-13, and they've done it now with Guardians of the Galaxy. I think the best thing to do is have him holding onto the F-bomb, thinking when's the best time for him to use it, and then another character uses it and he gets really mad about it.
So you mother...
Yeah. I want to be in this film so bad.
Yeah. No, but so anyways, going back to what I was just going to say is you know, like a lot of people go to especially the Star Wars films. This is the real meat and potatoes of what people complain about. Is that Star Wars has been ruined because they've Disneyfied it or whatever? It's like no, they had a wrong direction. Any company that they would have gone to, Star Wars, if it went to someone else, they probably wouldn't have known what to do with it because it's such a big franchise and it doesn't really have any groundwork to go further with it.
Yeah.
Look at Endgame. Endgame was a part of Disney. You know, Marvel was a part of Disney at that point, and obviously Mandalorian, things like that. Again, it's just direction. Because if you look at something like Star Wars, it didn't. It was going down the shitter really. While with George Lucas, the only good thing we were getting is Clone Wars. But even that,
it lacks direction.
Yeah.
But what I'd say with this is, I'm going to mention two things. They thought, this is going to be Disney-fied. Alright, they've got the R rating. We saw the trailer, and it was like, pegging jokes? Alright. I'm a bit more in. And, it's like, okay, alright. Trailer kind of relaxed me a bit. I was like, this is in good hands. From the 9 minutes that people have seen at CinemaCon, apparently this film's a lot fucking filthier. Sean Levy didn't want to show much because he said, I've edited around and I didn't want to show any spoilers. He's having a joke. Well, no, he's not having a joke with Blind. He sat down speaking to Blind Al. They're like insulting each other, and then they're like, "Oh, do you want to do cocaine or something like that?" And he's like, "That's the one thing Kevin said we couldn't talk about." And then,
yes, I love that.
Yeah, and then in the trailer, when he's speaking to the guy, and he says, oh, "I'd be Marvel Jesus." That scene. Mm-hmm. Apparently, he gets offered to join the sacred timeline, and apparently, he runs down the ramp. Runs right up to the camera and goes, "Fuck you, Fox, I'm going to play in Disneyland."
I mean, shit, listen, I
have got all the hope in the world now for this film.
See, I will fine with this going to Disney because it was just like, Ryan's going to get this proper. Ryan wouldn't do it if it wasn't done properly.
Yeah, and then there is no Deadpool without Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Recast Deadpool right now when Ryan Reynolds is still able to do it? No one would be fucking happy with that.
Yeah, especially when he's riding on like the best parts of his career. He's Free Guy and the Adam Project. He's getting some absolute bangers.
All for Sean Levy, who's directing this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can't wait now. It's coming closer. I'm checking. It's like I just want to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I feel like this is going to be like. This is going to be equivalent of No Way Home in a sense. It's like how the fuck they've managed to get it to this point where it's like, oh my god, it's perfect. It's like a perfect sort of big climax, which No Way Home managed to do. This is why it's one of it is my all-time favorite because you had obviously.
And to clarify for people, not all-time favorite comic book film. Your all-time favorite.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'll say nostalgia helps it, and it was perfect in every way. You had Daredevil as obviously
Daredevil. Daredevil, isn't it? What the fuck am I talking about?
So yeah, but this is like, it feels like the same situation. It's like this could have gone really horribly, or this could have gone, or we might not have had it at all. But it seems to be going in that perfect sort of. Corner direction, if that makes sense.
Should we sniff some Gorilla Glue?
No.
All right.
We need Disney to pay our bills.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, apparently they do now. If you're doing cocaine on camera. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck you, Fox. I'm going to play in Disneyland. I can't wait. Yeah.
And Sean Levy said as well, he said, "Thank you, everyone, for all the rumours over the past couple of months." He says, "We've all been laughing at them." And that, you can kind of tell when Ryan started posting stuff for like the Predator in and stuff like that. We're just hilarious.
See, the thing is, I think the thing that'll make it even funnier is if
the Predator's in film. Well, they've got the rights.
Well, they can do it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, I feel like we may get something somewhat like that because the rights are there, and you look at Free Guy, there's a lightsaber, there's Cap's shield, there's the Hulk arm.
What were the first thing we said coming out of Free Guy is, I can't wait to see what Ryan Reynolds does with all these Disney/Fox licenses now that it's all under the same roof. He managed to get in that film Captain America's shield, Hulk's hand, a lightsaber.
Even Chris Evans was in the film as well, so it's like...
Yeah, I think he's good friends with Chris Evans, though, so...
Yeah, but this guy can just get these people in these films. Like, if someone asks him, it's like, I want to be in the film with Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds.
I am 100% certain that Chris Evans will be in Deadpool 3 as Johnny Storm.
Well, I don't want to say anything, but I know something. I've seen something. It's not...
Not your dad.
It's not directly tied to that, but it's related to that. Let's put it that way. So, maybe.
Yeah. What do you think of Kevin Feige saying fuck before we go?
I mean...
Sean Levy was like, Ryan Reynolds will be so happy right now. It's like he's corrupted us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to watch the actual panel. I didn't get a chance to.
I hope they release some of the stuff from it, especially because right as the panel started, the entire Disney panel, the Marvel panel, it starts with a video of Deadpool and Wolverine speaking, and he goes, so yeah, you heard who they're going to secretly introduce in Secret Wars, and a phone rings, and Wolverine turns around, and he starts swearing at the audience, going, turn your fucking phone off, you're in the fucking cinema, and stuff like that.
That's sick.
Yeah. And Deadpool ends it with, wow, that was quite a fourth wall break. I didn't know you had it in you.
Hell fucking yeah. I'm down. I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine, if we're going to rate it, it's 2 thumbs up for me.
2 thumbs up for me. Maximum effort. Yeah, I can't wait for this film. There's a reason... Oh, God, I'm going to say this. People are going to make fun of me. I've already said it on the channel, but we've got a few more people subscribed now, so we'll put it at the end of the video. There's a reason I've got the week off after Deadpool 3. Deadpool and Wolverine comes out. Because I want to be able to go see that film whenever I want after it comes out. Because I know it's going to be one of them films where it's like, afterwards you're at work and you think, oh, God, I wish I was just watching Avengers Endgame right now. I wish I was just watching...
Like that for Dune Part 2, to be honest.
Yeah. And now I'm thinking, can this dethrone Dune as the best film... Dune Part 2 is the best film of the year?
Anything, it could be different but on par. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 2 completely different films.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm super excited now for Deadpool and Wolverine. And it's like, just come on, July. Just be July already. My life's going that fast anyway. Why can't you just speed up to July?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I think that will do us for today, Kyle. Anything you want to add before we go?
No.
Yeah. I'll smash another keyboard next time. Or should we do it now?
I mean, you should have done it when you were saying what Kevin Feige said. It's fucking awesome.
Let's just try it.
I would have been. I'm just scared for your TV in case anything flicks.
With no anger behind it or all like that. Just no excitement. You got to like stand up and...
Yeah. I didn't hear that. It was really awkward because it kind of just went... It went...
Yeah.
And then I just... I didn't hear the snap.
I've been doing it, and like the other day I like found a space bar in my bed and I was like went to sleep and there's a space bar in my ass, so yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to snap a keyboard and I couldn't find the right time, so I just had it on to end.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Right, that'll do us for today. Shall I snap another?
No, we've got to save them.
You sure?
Yeah, we've got to save them. Save them.
All right.
If someone new watches the videos and they see you, like, that guy's a shit, subscribe.
That's it. Yep, subscribe. When we get to 200 subscribers, we will smash 200 keyboards on a live stream. Another thing I want to add before we go, I ain't told Kyle yet, I've been thinking about maybe doing the show live from now on, and then clipping it out later. What do you think, Kyle? Yeah, no, maybe so.
Potentially, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
just get some of these technical difficulties worked out. I think,
out, and then
and then we can do it.
100%.
Just because I think it'll be a bit difficult because my mic and camera system are separate, so it doesn't really work well
Yeah.
for live streams, and I'll look like a piece of shit on screen.
But you're not. You're such a cool dude. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, share, show us to your mother, all that fun stuff. Let us know what you thought of the show down below. Let us know what you thought of my haircut. Did you think it was cool? Did you think it was whack, bro? Let me know. Kyle, what do you think of your haircut?
I want to go eat my soup.
Alright, you go eat your nice cold soup. See you later, everyone. I love you. Bye. Kisses. Give him a kiss, Kyle.